Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to start with is mention Jonathan Holmes, who's an assistant at Elon. He's one of my close friends in coaching, and he was one of the first guys to congratulate me when I got this job. He had a ton to do with, the guys we have right now, which are really, really good players. And it's never fun to compete against your friends, and tonight was a little bit tougher than normal. So I just want to mention him because I think the world of him. As good as as highly as I think of him as a coach, I think even higher about him as a person. And I know our guys, had a lot of the same feelings going against a team that he's a part of right now. So outside of that, I thought that was a phenomenal game. Elon, I thought, played terrific tonight on both ends of the floor. They did a great job in the first half, especially just making it really hard for us to play through our forwards. They crowded the post really well. They ran under ball screens, and we got a little bit stagnant against that. Offensively, I just thought that they played really, really well. They ran their stuff. They got good shots and made a lot of big ones when they needed to. Sheffield was terrific tonight. I thought Luke did a great job on him, and he still kept scoring. And then, down the stretch, I thought we were able to get a couple of big stops and make some free throws, and that was probably the difference in the game. He did. I mean, and obviously that was a huge shot. We were trying to play a two-man game with those guys, which we had some success with a couple of times, and that two-man game went a little longer than we thought. And I had some of the same thoughts when Nate had the ball, but Thornton at times he's a reluctant shooter at times, so maybe it was good that he got it with no time left and had nothing else to think about. But as it pertains to Thornton, I'm really happy for him to be back. This was a long road for him to get back to playing. He did a great job. Our medical people did a phenomenal job of bringing him along the right way and trying to manage his workload as he got through this. And great to see him out there. And obviously that was a huge play he made for us. Yeah, that's. I don't have an answer. I can tell you that much. He can make you look. He can make us look really good. I mean, there's so many times in the games we play where, the answer is let's just get the ball to Nate and just let him go make a play for us, and he did that. Countless times tonight as he's done this season. I thought it was a really fun stretch of the game. I thought Sheffield was kind of doing the same thing at times, and he went and just made tough plays. And but yeah, Nate's a phenomenal player. He's an unbelievable worker. His leadership for this team has been one of the most significant reasons that we've had some success here early in the year. Without a doubt. I mean, we had 10 points when they called the timeout, which was at like the 16-minute mark, and then we had another 10 for about 15 minutes, and that's a credit to them for the defense they played. But I did think the end of the half was huge because we were able to execute a couple of things. We got the ball to Nate, especially the last play of the half. Guys did a great job getting him on the high-low and got a good look. But it definitely helped with our momentum going into the second half. Yeah, I think there were a couple of times that the ball got stuck in his hands, and I thought that was where we just, we were just kind of standing around watching. Again, you got to give some credit to Elon there. I mean, when he caught it, like they were in his area, and he's he's so good with the ball and just with space, and he's a really good decision maker. And there were a couple of times that they played it that way, and he just went through them and still scored. But I did think that we did get the ball moving more in the second half, and our offense had a little more flow to it, which helped us a ton. Yeah, that was our plan. And our two big things defensively was we didn't want to get beat on the back cut and give up the wide open layup, and we did a good job of that. And we didn't want to let them beat us from three. And I thought we were out there a bunch, and they were 10 for 24. I thought they made some really tough ones, but they are. You talk about the Ken Pom numbers. I mean, they're one of the higher rated teams in terms of scoring percentage from three. Their 2-point numbers have not been great, and that was a big thing that we talked about coming into the game. Yeah, the biggest thing with with all the guys initially was just to have a personal relationship with these guys. I think it's really important that when you get there as a new coach, you can always want to, like, I want to get on the court and I want to work with them. And I spent I had 2 individual meetings with the guys before I ever went on the court with them, and I think that was really important, especially for Andy, because this is I'm the 4th head coach he's played for in his 5 years in college, and that's a lot. And I thought it was really important to build a trust with all of our guys, and in particular, given the coaching changes he's seen, I think it was really important for him. He is a really, really versatile player, and I remember the first workout with Nate and Andy. I remember thinking, like, all right, we can work with this, our whole offensive identity is just going through those 2 guys, and whether it's on the blocks or out to 3, and getting the ball in their hands as much as possible. And so I've tried to just be super positive with him and let him know how much how good of a player he is. And at the end of the game, the official came up when Andy was at the line and we were up 3, and he was shooting his last free throw, and he said, "Coach, are you guys fouling?" And I said, "No, he's going to make this." I told Andy that afterwards. He does. He's got a great skill level. He's so versatile. A lot of times people say, "Oh, you're playing 2 front court guys. It's like a throwback team," but it's not with these guys because of how well they both space the floor. And usually you got 2 forwards, and you're like, well, how are you going to have enough space for me to operate? These guys are 2 of the bigger floor spacers we have, and they can both pass the ball. And Andy's, he's really good.